Hey everybody. I have no idea what happened there. Quick question for you all. Quick question for you all. Did my show, was there anything going on this show today? That was weird because it showed that the stream was off on this side, but it was on this side. Anybody here? Hello? Oh my gosh. I got a question for those who are in the chat. Did any of my stream come through? It seems it may not have. Nope, nothing. Okay, that's really weird. All right, well, tell you what. We're going to start over and we're going to have a short one today. Just turned on. Oh, you are there. I see ya. And there's people coming in. You know what? I think so you didn't hear any of my rant about YouTube. Oh, man, for some reason it turned on this monitor, but apparently it wasn't on this monitor, which means you got nothing. That's hilarious. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P-Dog Knight, who is a complete dunderhead. Couldn't figure out why the chat was just silent. Couldn't figure out anything that was going on. Oh, now people are rolling in left and right. Well, folks, this is going to be a short one because P-Dog Knight's a dunderhead. It's December 12th, 2019, and I've been ranting to myself, but that's okay. You need to have a link to the stream at your channel. This is why you need to have a link to the stream on your channel. Well, no. Okay. That's not what happened here, though. What happened is I started the stream over here, but I may have forgotten to hit go live. And that's because I'm not the brightest bulb on the tree. So, welcome everybody. I'm glad you're here. And those of you who've been very patient, waiting in the chat and all whatnot, I'm just going to go ahead and start over. So, away we go. Intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P-Dog Knight. Stop the music. Hey, I see what you mean, Maddie. Having a window open with the stream going. I didn't do that. Anyway, welcome to Morning Night Live. It's December 12th, 2019. A beautiful, snowy Thursday in the metro where I live. I don't know about you, but it's still cold, and I'm just going to go ahead and start over. So, hey, I'm going to just do a couple short things today since I'm going to be out of time very quickly. And thank you for those of you who did tweet out the show, Pincalo, Tyler F., Rolling Bear, etc. So, so I spent the first almost hour ranting about YouTube. I'm going to make it short. Here's the deal with YouTube right now. YouTube apparently has some new terms of service. And what they're doing is they are retroactively... again, like they did last time, they had a change. They're going in and retroactively taking some videos down. They're giving people content strikes, community guideline strikes, stuff like that. And personally, I think it's kind of stupid. I mean, first of all, you make a change on a platform where people may have put hundreds and hundreds of videos up and don't tell them the specifics of your change before they put it into effect. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what to take down. And unfortunately, some people are getting caught up in this, and it's kind of annoying. But anyway, here is the actual words that they use. And this is from Twitter. Many of you told us that we need to do a better job preventing harassment on YouTube. So we consulted with a wide array of creators, experts, and organizations. Now, when they say wide array, they don't mean a wide array of different types of opinions and things. They mean a wide array of all people who think the same way and organizations that are dedicated to censoring people that they don't like. Mostly grievance scriptures. But anyway, and they updated our harassment policy, which changed today. Here's what it covers. Now, here's the thread here. A stricter stance on abusive language. I suppose they can define abusive language. Prolong attacks that insult a person's intrinsic attributes such as race, physical traits, sexual orientation, religion, or gender. Note, this won't affect our openness for a broad array of artistic expression and debate on important issues. Okay, I guess we'll find out how wide of an array of issues they're talking about here. Also, a stricter stance on threats, not only explicit threats but also implicit ones. An implicit threat that requires interpretation. Yes, their interpretation of threats, which can mean just about anything. Included here are threats that might not cite a specific time or place, but that may feature weapons or simulated violence. Oh, so anytime they see any kind of a weapon, it's an implicit threat? How can, okay, think about this. An implicit threat, meaning a threat that probably has no chance in hell of being carried out because most of these people are, whatever, it's stupid. They're not in the same towns, they're not in the same cities, whatever. Stricter, let's see, consequences for harassment patterns, because harassment can be more than a single video. Repeated behavior like maliciously targeting the same individual across multiple videos or comments can lead to penalties like YPP suspension, YouTube Partner Program suspension, strikes, or even termination. That's called the Carlos Maza rule. Because Carlo Maza, who described himself as a lispy queer, didn't like it when Steven Crowder used that as a funny thing to say about Carlos Maza. And so Carlos Maza went all over to all his media friends, and they decided to he went on a rant for like 7 days on Twitter, just nonstop complaining about Steven Crowder and stomping his feet and pounding his fist until somebody did something about it. So, again, and also these changes, remember, these changes aren't going to be effective from the day they started the new change going on. No, they're going to make them retroactive, and people are already losing videos and getting strikes and things like that. Pretty annoying. In fact, I saw that Bering got a strike this morning from a video he did about Christy Winters doxing him. And I don't necessarily think that Christy Winters would have done the strike herself. I would imagine some, Christy Winters stan probably did it, because Christy lives in not just a glass house, she lives in a thin ice house that not only could someone throw stones, but also someone could just burn it, melt it down. So I doubt if she did it. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of people back from the old Skeptic or SJW for just non-SJW days that probably don't want to get into any kind of war, because neither side of that particular conflict, so to speak, they all live in glass houses. They all did videos about each other. They were always, attacking each other. I don't think they're any good, and first of all, who cares? These are people who put themselves out there. They're not necessarily celebrities, but they do put themselves out there. And you know what? If you're going to give an opinion, you should be able to take an opinion. That's what I think. Anyway, let's see. Comment moderation. By year's end, most channels will be enabled with a tool that automatically holds potentially inappropriate comments for review. You can always opt out, but note that early adopters saw a 75% reduction in flagged comments on their channels. Aww. Well, good for them. Yeah, see, now, I don't mind that at all. You know what? If you're super sensitive to shit, then fine. Use the tools that help you protect yourself from the stuff you're super sensitive to. But I don't want, I don't want NannyTube taking over how things happen here. But anyway, and then finally it says dive in, get more specific on how to curb harassment on YouTube. All right, so this one reply from this one person on Twitter I thought was pretty good, so I wanted to highlight this one. First of all, protecting a handful of spoiled public figures who didn't like to be teased is a great way to lose a crowd. This policy has good intentions on the surface, but it's too messy. It'll drastically increase both resentment and complaining across the board. Don't censor criticism. And then he says, rap music with disses, political satire, South Park protests uses effigies, all of this violates the new terms of service. YouTube responds saying that diss tracks, satire, and comedy are allowed, and they explain it in the exceptions section of the help center. So we're going to just take a quick look at that. And that is right here. Exceptions to these rules, okay? Now I find a little bit of humor in this because you can kind of tell what their angle is here. It says, we may allow content that includes harassment. What? You're going to allow harassment? Oh, if the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic in nature. Huh. Does that mean they're going to allow the cartoons of fisty splinters? Oh, that's artistic, right? Debates related to high profiles. But it says this is not a free pass to harass someone. Some examples include. Now, if it only includes this, it's interesting because they go, well, some examples include. So this doesn't give you all the examples. So there are apparently things outside of these examples that are either acceptable or not acceptable, but they're not telling you specifically. Here's the ones they do tell you, though. Debates related to high-profile officials or leaders. Content featuring debates or discussion of topical issues concerning people who have positions of power, like high-profile government officials or CEOs of major multinational corporations. So you can dump on Trump all you want. And if it's the CEO like Jeff Bezos or Susan Wojcicki, or at least I might be making a video to take a dump on Susan Wojcicki. But yeah, you can only do it to high profile people. Well, wait a minute. Let me ask you this. How about Time Person of the Year, Greta Thunberg? Can I make a video about her? She's a high profile person. She's the leader of a movement. She's the leader of a worldwide movement. Does she count? Or no? Oh no, she's 16. She's just a 16-year-old kid. How about I don't know. How about a YouTuber with 1 million subs? Can I talk about a YouTuber with 1 million subs? Has way more subs than me that I'll probably ever have. Because if you're from iDubbbz, he's one of those big time YouTubers from back in the day. Had a video taken down of him making fun of Leafy is Here, who is a YouTuber with over 1 million subs. Isn't that would that be considered, is that considered high profile at all? But they took that down. I don't get it. And retroactively, it was a 7-year-old. It was from 2013. 6-7-year-old video. So this is a retroactive policy again, where you can just, now your algorithm can search old shit and take it down and give you a content strike. Although he didn't get a content strike for that one, but Barian got a community guideline strike for his video from 4 years ago. It was fine then, but now it's not. So now we're gonna punish you for something that you did 4 years ago that's on the tube. It's pretty lame. Scripted performances. Insults made in the context of an artistic medium, such as a scripted satire, stand-up comedy, or music, e.g. a diss track. No, this is not a free pass to harass someone and claim I was joking. Well, apparently it is. Oh, I know. That's strictly for the late night comics, isn't it? Because right now, YouTube wants you to watch the mainstream shows on YouTube. Whenever you look up news, they give you CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News, and CBS and ABC, and 70 other suggestions before they get to a single YouTuber. I don't go to YouTube for network programming. I go to YouTuber for people like me doing ordinary things. Okay? I go for the, and you know, it's funny because a lot of YouTubers are really talented, and it's kind of fun to see people who are just normal people who are really talented. I call them extraordinary, ordinary people. I go to YouTube for extraordinary, ordinary people who either do cool things that I'm not necessarily able to do, or to hear extraordinary people, ordinary people who are really smart and make me think about the things that I think about, that be it about politics or social issues. I don't give a crap about seeing Stephen Colbert or Chris Cuomo or Tucker Carlson. If I want to see them, I'll seek them out. But when I search for something on the impeachment hearings, I might want to see one news thing and then see what other extraordinary, ordinary people think about things. So that's what pisses me off about this whole thing. They forget that the people who come to YouTube don't come here to get something they can get on their cable company or on Netflix or on Hulu. Okay? But they're certainly trying to be that, aren't they? That's not what YouTube's motto used to be, broadcast yourself. And I come to YouTube to see people who are broadcasting themselves and see some unique things. You know, if I want to go see a pop music video, I'll personally go seek that out. But I find it more interesting watching people who go onto YouTube singing songs themselves that aren't that pop icon. Again, I go to YouTube to see extraordinary, ordinary people. And that's it. And I think Susan doesn't get that. She goes on this interview with, or maybe she does, but when she was on that 60 Minutes interview with Leslie Stahl, it seemed to me that she is so busy listening to what her competition is telling her that she's afraid to be bold and just say, hey, Leslie, you know what? That bullshit works on your network. But YouTube's a completely different animal. And if people want to advertise here, great. But if they don't, then don't. We don't care. We know that we get millions and millions of eyes. And there's just billions of hours of content. And people come to see those ordinary, extraordinary people. So, and now they're making it harder for people in certain genres, and it's not just us people who are right-leaning people either. Okay. And they're really trying to get away from the political content because, this is all about the fact that I'll I'm going to blame President Trump because President Trump had the audacity to win the election in 2016. And everybody lost their fucking mind. It's all about the internet. Hillary Clinton has been going around on a 3-year tour. I mean, she's like freaking the people from Gilligan's Island, except it's a 3-year tour, blaming internet-related stuff for the most part and blaming everybody but herself. But one of the biggest things that get blamed is the internet. Oh, the Russians hacked or fucking interfered in the election by putting some Facebook ads on, and now you have all these edgy people who do memes they have the audacity to not believe what we believe, and so now we need to purge them. And the media, who's losing ad revenue because they have competition from other places, the media, YouTube's competition is telling them what they should be putting on their site, which they were doing okay. They were getting close to making money when Google took it over. But oh no, Susan's thinking, oh well, I want to be like you, and I want to, we want to be like. We want to be like Netflix. And all these people, these bad ideas are getting in the way. Well, again, people aren't coming here for Netflix. YouTube TV, I don't even think although I do have one friend who actually uses YouTube TV and he likes it, but great, that's a great feature, but that's not why most people come to YouTube. Again, we come here for extraordinary, ordinary people. And if you're on YouTube and you do that type of content, just at least get an account somewhere else where you can, if you still want to be able to post videos and make sure that you follow people the people you follow on YouTube or subscribe to YouTube, follow them on social media somewhere in case their content suddenly goes away, where you can go, where you can find it. Some have websites, some go to BitChute or Dailymotion, or there's a few new ones popping up here and there. BitChute seems to be hanging on because they are decentralized. Their search function is not the greatest yet, but they're working on making that better. There's a few other ones out there, but don't get your eggs out of one basket. Everything I do right now, especially just regular videos that I upload, they upload to BitChute automatically too. And my BitChute channel is the same, PDog Night. There's some live stream places that you can go. I'm on D Live too. I don't use it yet, but I think I'm going to start streaming on multi platforms at the same time just to be safe. I'm probably so far under the radar anyway. I don't have that many subscribers, but there are a lot of people that besides our particular genre that are taking this hit too. Renovation, LGBT 1999 always wanted equality and be able to express yourselves. I think some people are more equal to others. I'm reading Renovacio's comment here. A lot of the LGBT people are getting hit with this too, though. And some, I'm like, God. In some ways, I'm like, oh, thank God. But then again, I think, no. I don't think they should be censored either. But you know who else gets it? Like, especially the people who talk about politics. The anti-war left, the progressive left, who are mainly their focus anti-war, they're getting beat up on this shit too. They get their shit taken down, and I don't know why. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see because, and in fact, Razor Fist did a video. What am I doing there? I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Razor Fist did a video. Maybe we should. I'm gonna maybe check that one out. Maybe we can. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put his video in the chat. Just talking about kind of how they don't want to. They didn't want to do it all at once, and so they've been slowly chipping away at people, and there's gonna be. The purge is not going to be just immediate. It's gonna be slow.
A wise man, Chapo. My expectations are low.
Here, I'm gonna put his. I was gonna watch it today on our channel, my channel, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just put it in the chat. Right click that and save that one for later. It's only a 5-minute video, but kind of has everything I'm thinking about this. He puts it into one little 5-minute rant, and it's pretty good. So, excuse me. All right, real quick, I'm gonna just finish right now. Get into the trends on Twitter because I whatever I did. It didn't work this morning, and I apologize to all of you. I will be here tomorrow at my normal time with the normal show, but this one I have to cut short, unfortunately. By the way, you know what? Thanks for those of you. I could not figure out why the chat wasn't going. I mean, nobody was talking in the chat. I'm like, is my chat frozen? I'm sitting here talking, and it took me a while to figure out that I wasn't even broadcasting. But those of you who came after I went on, I am so happy to see you all here. If you like what we do, please hit the like button. And also, in fact, let me say a quick hello because, by the way, Richo was first this morning, and I already gave him the bell, but he couldn't hear it because for whatever reason, I wasn't running. So, Richo, there's the bell that I owe you. You were here first. Also, good morning, Tyler F., Green Badger Outdoors, Cynical Lindsay, Maddie, House of Geek, or the News Chick. You were all here waiting patiently. Oh, and the gayest person on YouTube and Rolling Bear, too. You were all here early waiting patiently, and this shit just wasn't going, and I apologize for that. Also, good morning, Zombie Teddy, Maniac Man, Smarty Bear, Functional, Green Badger Outdoors. I think I already said. I just saw Johnny Hellcat pop in. Francis Lancer, hello, good morning. Duck Dog, Pincalo, Chadwick Dupree. Chadwick, I haven't seen you for a while. I'm glad you're here. Renovacio, Seamus Derby, Six. How you doing, buddy? Good to have you here. If I miss somebody, put your name in the chat down on the bottom. I'll try to make sure I say hi to you. Let's do Twitter trends real quick. And unfortunately, just because of my own technical difficulties, I'm going to have to call it a day after that. So right now, I know why this is trending. And if you want to do a super chat or whatever, or donations, you can do that in the Streamlabs link in the description down below. It's also in the chat. So, Be Best, the hashtag Be Best is trending because that's Melania Trump's kind of pet project, anti-bullying project. And the president tweeted something this morning that caused this to trend, because when the president tweets something, something's going to trend. And so the president this morning, I don't know why he does this, but this is Be Best is trending number one. And here's what the president tweeted, because someone mentioned something about Greta Thunberg being the Time Person of the Year. And the president of the United States says, "So ridiculous. Greta must work on her anger management problem. Then go to a good old-fashioned movie with a friend. Chill, Greta. Chill." And I have mixed emotions about this. Is he bullying? So, and then, oh my gosh. So some people are laughing about it. The face you make when someone says you can't criticize Greta Thunberg because she's a kid. Presidential harassment is that's some of the tweets about here, and then obviously Eugene Gu is gonna put it in his 2 cents. So anyway, this has Ron Fournier. He's a journalist. Decides our president is bullying a teen on Twitter. Be best, which is Melania Trump's hashtag for anti-bullying. Now, this is a good point. Old enough to be our hero, but young enough to be free from criticism. Brilliant. I don't think we need a be best lecture from people using an autistic teenager as a rhetorical human shield. Yeah. Now, here's the one that I was expecting, though. So this one says, I'm old enough to remember when he and Flotus, now he didn't say anything about his son's name being used, but Melania Trump did, lost their minds when their son's name was simply referenced to make a point. So I'm pretty sure that I am preaching to the choir here, but let's compare and contrast. Barron Trump is the president's son who they've done a pretty damn good job of keeping him almost completely out of the limelight. The only reason you know his name is because of something that has nothing to do with anything he did. He just happens to be the president's son. He goes about his business. You don't see him a whole lot at any rallies. You don't see him out there at all. He is pretty much completely shielded from public view. An occasional picture of him walking back and forth to a helicopter. The kid is tall as hell, by the way. Doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything. Greta Thunberg, on the other hand, is the Time Person of the Year and the de facto leader of a worldwide movement. She put herself in the public eye. She spoke in front of the United Nations. She's on the cover of magazines and newspapers and gives her opinions to the world, traveling around the world on somebody else's dime, telling people how terrible they are and how we've ruined her life. Okay, that last part, I don't know. I'm probably going to get a community guideline strike for this. So, but the difference is she put herself in that position to be criticized. And if you are going to criticize and talk to the entire world is allowed to respond to you. Okay? It's just like, let's do a different example. When Justin Bieber was a young superstar, when he became a superstar, musical superstar, came out there in the public and he's out there singing and whatnot. He is 12, 13 years old. When Justin Bieber came onto the music scene, did people criticize him? Did people talk about him? Did people say good and bad things about him? Of course they did. He put himself in the limelight as a public figure who's a singing person and he's out there, whatever. And people criticized him all the time. Did you ever once hear anybody say, well, you can't criticize Justin Bieber. He's only a child. No, because he's a worldwide public figure. And so is Greta Thunberg. So if Donald Trump says something, yes, it's on that edge of the line. But I'm sorry. Any adult should be able to criticize or argue about and or with Greta Thunberg. Okay? Her parents allowed her to do this. She's out there. She's a worldwide public figure. I wonder if she qualifies under YouTube's guidelines. I guess I might find out if anyone sees this that thinks I'm being unfair to Greta Thunberg. Just saying. So anyway, the Be Best hashtag, people are losing their fucking minds. Be Best. Where's your outrage about attacks on minor children now, Melania? Though this isn't the first time you've remained silent about your husband's attack on a young girl, is it? Be Best. A minor child, 13-year-old, who does not put himself in the spotlight, does not comment on world affairs, does not even go to his father's political rallies. A little different than someone who's the Time Person of the Year, worldwide celebrity, worldwide leader of a new movement of young children, telling people that they're not going to go to school because the world's going to end in 10 years. Spoke in front of the United Nations. It's a little different, okay? You know what doesn't make America great? The President of the United States attacking a 16-year-old climate activist, Greta Thunberg, while he has simultaneously denying climate change and destroying our planet. He ain't doing any of that. He's not destroying our planet. How's he destroying our planet? He's not oh, fuck off. And now Greta Thunberg did change her Twitter profile. Good. A teenager working on her anger management problem, currently chilling and watching a good old-fashioned movie with a friend. I think that's a Photoshop. That's got to be. I don't know. Anyway, that's why Be Best is trending. Moving on, let's see what else is trending here. Let's get the old clicker going. Clickety clack. All right, let's go down the line. We'll do it quick because I got to go. The impeachment debate is going on in the House of Representatives Judiciary Committee. I guess they're writing their climate act if they misspelled high school dropout. Hello, Gulf City. Gulf City killed a krill. How you doing? Cult of Krill. Good morning, Hate Camel. And Marsupial Gamer. I think I've hit everybody so far. Yeah, the impeachment debate's going on and the hashtag there. Jim Jordan, the Democrats have never accepted the will of the people. Yeah, the Democrats have never accepted the results of the election. Here, let's hear this sound bite here.
This is not about Ukraine. Facts are on the president's side. Zelensky said he wasn't pressured. Ukrainians didn't even know aid was held at the time of the call. And most importantly, they did nothing to get the aid released. This is about one basic fact.
Hello,
Democrats have never accepted the will of the American people. 3 weeks ago, Nancy Pelosi called the President of the United States an imposter. And the attacks on the president started before the election.
Yeah. This impeachment nonsense, it has nothing to do with any actual facts. They said there were people who said the words impeachment before he was inaugurated, and they've been just trying to find a reason. They think they've found the reason. He's not going to be removed from office. This is a weird thing going on here. How long is this clip? Let's see what here we go.
President Trump, we keep hearing, got caught. President Trump, we keep hearing, is obstructing justice. The president that took the unprecedented step of releasing a transcript so that everyone could see the truth is not obstructing Congress. The president didn't get caught. The whistleblower got caught. The whistleblower made false statements. The whistleblower got caught with Chairman Schiff.
Okay. Let's see. This is a 2-minute clip from Nadler. You know what? I'll watch these later. But anyway, that's why impeachment debate is trending. You're going to be hearing about that a lot. It's funny you're going to be hearing all about this thing, but the news networks, that's what was in my other rant. You notice how the Senate Judiciary hearings from yesterday, somehow they covered these wall to wall on CNN, the House impeachment ones, but the IG report ones in the Senate, CNN cut away from and didn't show them. Fascinating. It's really interesting. It's what they want you to see, isn't it? It's what they want you to see. In the Heights movie is trending number 3. Apparently, I don't know why this is. Maybe people are excited about this. Let's see. Washington Heights Forever. And today, It's all we got. We cannot stop. This is our block. Into the Heights movies, summer 2020. I have no idea what that's going to be about. The entire theater community right now on hour 17 of waiting for the In the Heights trailer. Okay. Don't know what this movie's about, but it's trending number 3 on Twitter, and people, and even Brian Stelter is excited about it. Oh my goodness. All right, moving on. I don't know what it's about. Who cares? Thursday thoughts. Let's get at one Thursday thought. NPR is live. Okay. Okay. Hey, here we go. Free speech is the foundation of an open and liberal democracy from college campuses to the White House. That's a great Thursday thought. As opposed to a Thursday thought. All right, there you go. Moving on. Hang on here. Click, click, click. Let's see. Thursday motivation we'll skip. Porcello. What's Porcello? Is that something to do with music? When the Mets trade Noah. Okay, something about baseball. Never forget the time the announcers were roasting Rick Porcello for not having an extra base hit since 2010. Then seconds later, he ripped a base-clearing double off Max Scherzer. Here it is.
Oh, right here. I mean, this is unfair right now.
Let's lock in here. All right, pitcher versus pitcher. When Porcello goes deep, you're going to realize that he's vindicated.
Here it is.
Alex Cora kind of.
He struck on that one. Anyway, Porcello is getting traded to the Red Sox. He's
don't even swing. It's not.
He's won a Cy Young Award, and he's a comeback player of the year, getting signed with the Boston Red Sox. Or no, excuse me, not with the Mets. Excuse me. So here he is. They were making fun of him, and he rips one, clears the bases.
Drives that ball to left. That's out of the reach of Juan Soto. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Rick Porcello delivers.
That's hilarious. Okay, enough of that. Real quick, moving on. Gardy, that has apparently someone else got traded. These are just baseball trades. I'm going to skip that one. Walter Payton is trending because the Walter Payton Man of the Year award in the National Football League, the different people being nominated are being featured. So let's see. The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award recognizes an NFL player for his excellent on and off the field. Often oh gosh, they show the picture of the okay, that's great. Jarvis Landry named Browns 2019 Walter Player Man of the Year. So anyway, all the teams are showing who their nominees are. That's why that's trending. So if you want to find out who your favorite team nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year, go check it out on Twitter or on the NFL.com. Asperger's is trending because of Greta Thunberg. That's whatever. They're making excuses. You can't criticize her because she's a 16-year-old girl with Asperger's. Yeah, I'm going to spell that a different way. Anyway, Clinton Portis, he's from some team, probably nominated for Man of the Year. Oh, no. 10 former players have been charged with defrauding an NFL healthcare program of nearly $4 million. The group includes Clinton Portis and Carlos Rogers. The Justice Department announced that it believes 10 former players, including Clinton Portis, attempted to defraud a healthcare program for retired players. Ooh, damn. Here's the thing, man. The NFL needs to have they really need to have a good healthcare program for their former players. Their former NFL players, particularly linemen, have a very, very short life expectancy. They get major health problems, major, just physical problems from playing in such a brutal sport. Also, a lot of brain injuries and things like that. But that's a big deal that they were defrauding their program because it's a pretty generous program as of late. So that'll be interesting. I might even touch on that one tomorrow with whoever I have come in with these. Southern White House. What? Southern White House. If you're being accused of abusing power of the presidency to extort foreign governments, it might help if you didn't abuse the power of the presidency presidency to promote your own business as a Southern White House during the impeachment hearings. Oh, so the president says, I will be there in 2 weeks, the Southern White House. Trump, you know what? That's such a stupid thing to criticize him about. Let me just tell you this. Every president, not every president, but a lot of presidents, their home was called the White House away from the White House, whatever. Like, for example, Reagan, when Reagan was president, he had a home in California, and they nicknamed it the Western White House. It's nothing new, but people are going to be, Trump haters are going to be Trump haters. If it's the Southern White House, then it's property of the United States government. Thanks. No, the Western White House wasn't. Just, you know what? He's so good at getting people to talk about him. That's why he's going to be reelected. Because nobody, good or bad, is going to be talking about anybody else but Donald Trump. Nobody is going to give a shit about who the Democratic nominee, because all Trump has to do is tweet something that's even a little bit unusual, and lo and behold, everyone will be talking about him. It's amazing. Now, Eric Holder, of all people, is trending number 12 because he says William Barr is unfit to be the Attorney General. Negro, please. Mr. Fast and Furious, who got U.S. customs agents killed because you decided to sell some guns to some Mexican cartels so that you could make some point about gun violence, and then you get Americans killed because of it. You can shut right the fuck up, Eric Holder. Kiss my big fat ass. Maybe Eric Holder can teach Barr the ethics of how to push through the pardon of an absconded felon as to pay off to his rich wife who writes checks to Democratic politicians, and how to cover up a program where feds force gun sellers to put weapons in the hands of Mexican drug cartels. Yeah, that's in the Washington Post. Of course it's in the Washington Post, because every day the Washington Post is the anti-Trump paper of record. You know, they gotta find some news to not just, oh my God, it's unbelievable. Yeah, people are saying that William Barr is being a sycophant to Donald Trump. You know what? You just guys don't want to. Oh, did you hear that? You guys just don't want to hear the truth. I just did an Eric. Eric Swalwell on you. I bet you heard that. Anyway, yes, that was real. I did fart while on stream. Anyway, Eric Holder, get the fuck out of here. I wish I had more time. I would go off on these motherfuckers. Our Lady of Guadalupe, around 10 million expected. About 10 million Mexicans expected at celebration for Our Lady of Guadalupe. Big celebration down in Mexico. Our Lady of Guadalupe is constantly directing us to the mystery of incarnation, which gives us an unfailing hope and sound direction for our lives. May she intercede for you on this, her feast day. Our Lady of Guadalupe, star of the new evangelization, pray for us. Yeah, big celebration. That's a big celebration in Mexico. They expect 10 million people. Yes, always louder than you expect. Robert Davis is trending, whoever that is. That is, I don't know. Oh, the Eagles have called up the 24-year-old former Redskin wide receiver Robert Davis. Okay, so that's why. Let's see, anything else on here I need to do? Fine Line, that's Harry Styles. I don't care about Harry Styles. YouTube is still trending, and we all know why. Refund Pete and Shape of My Heart. Real quick, Refund Pete, what is that about? The Dems are destroying themselves. Refund Pete is both hilarious and hugely significant, as potentially the first time a candidate's grassroots have sucked their money back out of a candidate. It's good to see the progressive community rising up to challenge Pete Buttigieg. You inspire us all. Apparently, okay, Wall Street Pete wouldn't let us into his billionaire donor fundraiser, but we're pretty sure he heard hashtag make billionaires pay. I don't know what refund Pete means though. Nobody makes 26 million in fundraising in the second quarter. Not even Biden did that, and he's been around forever. It's mind-boggling to me that Buttigieg has become this well-funded media darling. Let's just say he's polling at 0% with black voters for a reason. Yeah, they're calling him Refund Pete and Wall Street Pete. And so apparently he has a billionaire fundraiser who's been making so much money for him. That's how he's been raising so much money. Update, we found Pete Buttigieg's billionaire fundraiser. So much for getting money out of politics. Wall Street Pete. Okay. Yeah, Pete Buttigieg is not popular with the brothers. I don't know why. I haven't quite figured it out, but I don't care because I'm not, whatever. And finally, shape of my heart. What kind of food will they be serving at Our Lady of Guadalupe? Colonel Fire says tacos. Hello, Colonel Fire. Welcome. Didn't see that earlier. All right, last but not least, shape of my heart. It's something to do with pop music or something. Let's use the hashtag shape of my heart to show appreciation to anyone and everyone in this world, spreading the holiday spirit. Post a picture of you and your loved ones, then pay it forward by just being thankful. Okay, that's what that is. Who's Nick Carter? Like, is that Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys did that? Oh, okay. DNA World Tour coming to a city near you. So maybe are the Backstreet Boys going on tour again? You know what? I would not mind seeing them now, I guess. I mean, I wasn't a fan then, but when some of these groups get back together and go on tour to see if they could sing, not necessarily live, but just see if they could just actually sing or not. That'd be interesting. So anyway, that's the shape of my heart thing. All right, I got to go, folks. I apologize for my own technical difficulties because sometimes I'm just not as bright as I look. I know that's hard to believe, but that's how things are. A quick thank you again also to G Prime, who tweeted out the show this morning, and I earlier I said Rolling Bear, Pincalo, everyone has helped. Pincalo, I am going to get to your the things you've sent me. I do appreciate you sending me articles. We'll get to some of those tomorrow. Hey, you know what, folks? I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 3 p.m. GMT when I remember to click the right buttons. So I will be here tomorrow. I might have a couple guests with me, and we'll watch some shit and talk about shit like we do every day. Before you go, if you haven't already thought about it, please hit the like button on the way out. Also, the share arrow down here. If you want to share, please share the stream out on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, wherever you share stuff. And if you want to donate to the channel, donate to the cause, donate to P-Dog, who comes here and tries to entertain you each day, you can do that in the Streamlabs link in the description down below. Or my Venmo is P-Dog Night also, so there you go. And then follow me on Twitter, Gab, Minds, Instagram, whatever. Those links are right down there. At P-Dog Night is usually gets you where you need to go. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I gotta go. My name is P-Dog Night. And I'm out of here. Have a lovely, lovely day. Hey, this is P-Dog Night, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Night channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comments section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next